Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drafts and Drafts. This is Drafts and Drafts with Timmy McBee and Adam E. I'm your co-host, Timmy McBits, and I'm here with my absolutely wonderful, the handsome, the bearded Mr. Adam E. Adam, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Bearded, that's a new one.
Yeah, your beard's looking particularly good, so I wanted to highlight it, you know?
Thanks. I'm doing okay. Last 2 days in this place, couldn't help but notice after last week, no one offered to help me move. So I don't know what the point of me taking that was, but it's fine. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I don't, I would do it, but as I made it clear last week, I'm completely opposed to helping people move, number one. And number two, it's not worth the 14-day quarantine I'd have to go through. So, unfortunately, you're on your own, but hopefully, you get some help. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm excited for you, and I know you're excited to get into a new place.
Definitely.
We are here with a very special guest. His flow was apparently too nice for the cameras to handle, so we got a voice guest tonight. Adam, why don't you introduce us to our special guest of the evening?
For sure. Hailing from Stitz Vegas, Ontario, he's the National Catan League Season 2 Masters champion. He's 0-1 in wrestling matches against high school gym teachers, and he's possibly the best Andrea Bocelli lip syncer I've ever come across. Please welcome Dozer. Dozer, how's it going?
Very good, gentlemen. Very good. I want to thank you both for having me on. Very honored. I've been a fan since day one. Drafts and Drafts podcast. I hope I can keep the momentum going. Dear listeners, I'm Pete, Adam's childhood friend, as he said. Also known as Dozer or the Santa Monica Puke Panther. If you stick around for the after show, you might be able to hear why. Really looking forward to this, guys. Thanks again.
Yeah, man. We're happy to have you. I mean, listen, I spent weeks telling Adam no, and he's like, no, listen, we gotta have him on. So no, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on. I've heard some. I mean, you and I've had some pretty funny interactions, and I've heard some good stories. So it should be good.
Absolutely.
Adam, why don't you? We're now on episode 8, and I can't believe we've been doing this for 8 weeks. We want to appreciate everybody. Say thanks to everybody for all your support. I mean, it's been a great 8 weeks. Unfortunately for me, week 7 was not one of my better weeks. So Adam, how did things turn out last week?
I think they turned out great. Steve came in third with 14% of the vote. Timmy McBee, 27% of the vote. And your boy, Adam E., 59% of the vote.
59%.
It's an overwhelming victory, and I guess I'm overwhelmingly the best guy out of the three of us.
I think that's what that means. You officially have stripped Steve of the great guy title. Steve, you are now, at best, the third best great guy. We don't know for sure. But Steve may have also challenged the theory that picking second is the best choice. But you know what? That's part of the learning experience. We loved having Steve on. I did not think Adam was gonna even surpass Lisa's voting share when she was on, almost 60%. So I don't know who you're paying, but I can say Steve was the first guest we had who didn't contest the results afterwards because he's such a great guy. So I don't know. I mean, I thought it was. I was surprised by that, but apparently you were feeling it last week.
That's a pretty common thing. I'm sure Dozer will put an asterisk on this if he loses, but I've come to respect that from him. So
yeah, and from what I hear in the chat, apparently you got a couple of votes just for the Carly Rae Jepsen T-shirt alone. I did also see the Instagram post afterwards. That was wonderful indirect pandering to the voters. I thought, that was a good one. I liked it. For those of you that don't follow us, you can find us on Instagram at Drafts and Drafts Podcast. And on that note, we do this every Tuesday night, and we go through we'll explain the rules, but we look to you guys to cast your vote for who wins on a weekly basis. And as Adam mentioned, it cleaned up last week, but we do have. We put a poll up after the show that runs, starting right after the show and all day the next day. So you can vote on the poll, or you can feel free to send us a DM on Instagram, and we will make sure to count your vote. We are all about everybody getting the opportunity to vote on this show. So make sure you hit us up. And on that note, Adam, why don't you take the listeners quickly, I guess, because week 8 we've done this, but through the rules, and then we'll get into the topic.
Yeah, kind of on the voting until Friday thing. I should have posted a summary of the results on the feed so it wasn't invisible after Wednesday. Hand up, that one's on me. Sorry. But basically how this works is we choose a topic, and then we choose 6 different categories, and we'll snake through the categories. Basically, you have to select one from each category, and we'll just go in order. This week, we actually asked our followers on Instagram to narrow the category for us. We said music video, and we wanted to know what genre of music video should we draft. And the overwhelming response was 90s/2000s pop. So we won't put too many boundaries on that, just so everyone can get what they want. Boy bands, girl bands, lots of options here. So feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, and for those that may have either tagged along in my Spotify listening parties on our evening gaming sessions or whatever else, they know that the 90s/2000s pop era is a particularly, special area in I got a lot of knowledge there. This week was hard. The topics are pretty out there. I mean, listen, we are drafting a music video tonight, so we'll run you through the categories, but big picture, start to finish, we got to put the music video together and end with the song. It was tough, but I know, Dozer, you're a pretty big music fan, and I know when we chatted about it, you were interested in doing something music related. So what experience are you drawing on for your selections tonight? Where's your expertise come from?
Well, I think, like all people our age, music videos were definitely a big part of growing up. They were definitely the foundation that started my interest in music. Just watching day. And I had an older sister who's 6 years older, and I started watching music videos way too young. So that's definitely where it all started. I'm hoping to create something sloppy, steamy, and sexy. The state of the world, there hasn't been enough of that. And I'm really, really, want to give your listeners something to laugh about and really picture.
So something that wouldn't qualify for YTV's hit list.
Definitely not. No,
Okay.
This is gonna be like the late night
MTV
warning.
music. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Sloppy, sexy, and steamy are
the 3 S's.
those.
And that's kind of how I live my life.
Okay.
I gotta say, when I was putting mine together, I did not have those check the box categories, but I appreciate that you got. I mean, it sounds like you got something ready to go here. It should be a good one.
I really do. I really do.
So Adam, why don't you take the crowd through our 6 categories for this evening?
Yeah. So the 3 of us will be kind of like directing these videos. We got to put all these categories together into a single music video and figure out who has the best music video start to finish. The categories are cameo, set or location. We probably should have called it location, but that's beside the point. Famous prop, so something famous from a different music video that you're taking. Drink, animal, and song. The one kind of twist this week is the 6th round is going to be song. So you have to draft the other things, not knowing what song you're going to get.
Yeah, I think that's a big challenge. Is I think we all have something in mind about what we want to look at the end of this. But if stuff gets taken that you're interested in, you're gonna have to pivot. I mean, I have songs in mind that I want, but I consider, when we're picking it last, if we've gone all over the place and the song doesn't line up, we might at the last second switch it up. So yeah, it'll be interesting to build a video without knowing what artist or song that we're gonna be playing. So it should be fun. And before we jump into it, as we always do on this show, there's 2 parts to the draft. There's the 6 category draft, and then there's the more frosty draft, and that's the beers of the evening. So, Dozer, what do you got lined up for tonight's drafts and drafts?
All right, so I am drinking Cameron's Cruising Through the Galaxy Hazy IPA. Now, Cameron's is a brewery that kind of had a bounce back. They're starting to come out with some really, really good stuff. I'm really enjoying this one so far. IBU's 36, alcohol 6.3%. So it's looking like a good night. And I also have a buddy who's the sales rep for this company, and he says a lot of good stuff's coming down the pipeline. So if you haven't checked it out, I would look into Cameron's.
Nice. That sounds good, man. Sounds good. I mean, I know it seems like the guests and myself are less obsessed with the number of hops. So on that note, we're gonna pass to the hops expert. And Adam, how many hops you got going? I don't care what you're drinking, just how many hops are in there.
I've got 3 types of hops
Three
tonight,
types.
including everyone's favorite Idaho 7. Like everyone loves Idaho 7.
Way better than
right?
Idaho 6 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking the Yaysayer. There's some there's kind of like some megaphones on the can, so kind of on theme, not really. It's from Common Space Brewing in Hawthorne, and as part of their like the grains they use, they put a little bit of oats in the grains. Gives it a maltiness to it, toast like.
And
But
have you had it before? First time?
I've had it before, not on the show.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
What's yours?
Yeah, I mean, thematic was a little challenging this week. I mean, every time I'm out shopping, I'm thinking about what we might do. But I picked something named after one of my favorite music videos. It's a VMA winner. It's just outside our category. It's a music video from 2010, and that's Katy Perry's Firework. So I am drinking Roman Candle tonight. So Roman Candle is a Bellwoods Brewery IPA, 6.8%. And it doesn't actually tell me the number of hops, so I'm just gonna have to, drink it and then guess by the end. I've had a sip though; it's very good. I'm a big Bellwoods Brewery fan. They make a lot of good sours, make a lot of good other stuff, as people that have seen me drink some different stuff might know. And so I'm excited. I had to try and find something that lined up with what we're doing. And so if you haven't seen it, Firework, great music video, also great song, but. It is not a 1990s or a 2000s pick, so it's off the board. And before we get into the board, we got to do the order of the drafts tonight. So, Dozer, as we always do, we let the guest pick where in the draft order they want to go. If you pick first, or in any given category, you get to choose the category and take the first pick. And if you pick second, you essentially just go along for the ride. So, what are you thinking you're going to draft tonight?
All right, so last week we had Steve drafting second, and that was the first time, correct?
That's the first time someone lost in the second.
That was the first time somebody's lost.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. We've had Lisa pick second. The week I went second, I won, and I can't remember who else. I think Kitty went second and she won as well. So, yeah.
I think I'm gonna yield and go third.
Okay. I was trying to do the math on this because I was thinking if you're going. Who picks first overall in the 6th round? And I think it's the 3rd pick, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
First pick a song.
Yeah, first pick a song's a big one.
I'd like to say I knew that, but Adam actually told me that today, so thank you, Adam. A little unfair advantage, but that's what I'm rolling with.
We help our guests as much as they want to be helped here, so anytime.
Okay. So Adam, we are fighting for either first overall or a second. I have the coin. You have the call. I have a feeling I know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But we'll see if you mix it up. All right, let's go.
Tails never fails.
It is tails.
I'm taking first.
Oh, by the way, this coin was given to me by our guest from last week. So thanks again, Steve. You're taking. Sorry, first.
Yeah. I'm gonna go first.
You're gonna go first overall. So I'm in the lucky number 2 slot. All right.
You are.
All right. I'll try and bring it back. Okay, so with that, it is time to jump into the draft. So, Adam, what are you going to start with in your first overall category?
So I'm starting with drink. So the issue with drink is if you pick a particular type of drink, sometimes you get like narrowed into a certain kind of style of music. And I guess we're all doing 90s, 2000s pop, but a certain style of song. And I don't want to get narrowed in. And I think this covers basically any type of music video. I can throw it in and it won't be weird. It's not like possibly a slow song and you're like drinking beers. Like maybe that doesn't really work. I'm going champagne. Champagne, classic music video drink. It's clear first overall for me. I think every other category is deeper. This is the first overall pick for sure. So I'm happy taking it.
That's a good pick. It was top of my list, and our former guest Katy also very clearly told me you should go drink first and you should take champagne. So I think it's going to be a popular choice. You know what, it transcends all music video genres, like other than I guess maybe country wouldn't fit in, but it's definitely a pop music. I mean, any kind of party upbeat, you know, I could see you popping a bottle. So you put the pop in pop music, so not a bad choice. Dozer, how do you feel about that selection?
You know, all the things you guys both said are right. To me, it's a little safe.
I like it.
You know,
Okay.
I like it.
Right, it is a little safe. But then again, right, sloppy, steamy, and sexy. Champagne, that ain't me, right? So you're more than welcome to take that pick.
Okay. So it's not sloppy enough for you.
It's really not sloppy enough.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We had different criteria we were looking for with first overall. So
okay,
right, that's fine.
I don't know. I don't know if, and I mean, my drink with the second overall pick, it's definitely gonna be. It can be sloppy. It can be sexy. I don't know about steamy, but with the number 2 pick in a pop music, I'm gonna go a classier. You know, I don't know, upscale, sure, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go with a martini. I think, you know, you get the club scene. You know, you could. It's just, you picture like a 90s or 2000s classy setting, or like a party setting. I don't know. I in my head when I picture, and I keep in mind, guys, when we're making these picks, you might think that they don't make sense, but we have a direction that we're all trying to go here. So the martini is online with my direction of where I want to head up. So you'll see, but I think it sets up the, because I don't think you want to go beer personally. You don't want to go heavy. You don't want to, you know, you could do shots, but like, I just think the martini is it's gonna set a tone, it's gonna set a mood, and I think it'll make more sense as I get deeper into the draft.
It was on my list. It was on my board. It depends where you're going. It doesn't. Yeah. It's gonna have to play very well with your location or set.
Correct.
Because there's certain places martinis make sense. Certain places they definitely don't. So this is kind of a wait and see pick, but it was on my list as a potential pick. Dozer, what do you think?
I like it. To be honest, I never thought of martini or even like vodka. Like you think of the Grey Gooses and stuff in the Belvedere. I really like that. You could go different directions. I'm kind of picturing like an Usher video right now with a martini. You know, he's holding one. He brings one to a girl. But I don't know what direction you're gonna go in. But I like it. That's a good pick. Respectable pick.
That is way nicer to me than he was to you. I appreciate that.
I feel like that's going to be a trend.
Yeah, I think so. I'm okay with it. Never. I'm okay with it. All right, Dozer, what are you going to take with your third pick here?
All right. You know, this one was this was an easier one for me. You know, on our journey to the VMAs, right? I wanted it to be controversial. You know, create buzz. I want, you know, troubling things happening in my video. And the only way to get that is if my people are drinking tequila.
Okay.
Now, I'm a little disappointed that my video isn't working because I actually bought a bottle of Patron tequila in honor of my video. You know, I think a director should kind of, you know, have a little bit of method acting in there, or method directing. So I do have a shot here, and I'm just going to quickly take a little one in honor of my music video.
I'll cheers to that. Yeah. I'll cheers to that.
Cheers, gents.
Commitment. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a drafts first. But tequila, you can't go wrong. And just as I said, I'm going to keep repeating myself. Sloppy, steamy, and sexy. And as my picks come on, you're going to start seeing it.
You can't argue with that in terms of the sloppy. I could definitely... Again, it depends on the setting. If you're you know, in a like... If you're at the Grand Canyon, then tequila probably doesn't work, but it's definitely like got the club vibe going. It's got the dance vibe going, which a lot of pop music videos from the 90s and 2000s had. It's a good selection.
Are you picturing like shots of it or like a sipping tequila, like a couple cubes of ice, maybe like a double rocks glass?
What do you mean he's fancy? He just shoots Patron. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, let's check it.
I don't know, Dozer. What were you? Yeah, what's?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like
Okay.
People holding bottles of Patron, pouring it on each other, that type of stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So more so in the bottle form rather than the drink form. Okay. I like it. I like
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, good category to start with. So Dozer, you got first pick of category number 2. What are you going to open with here?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to roll with animal. This is one of the more difficult ones for me. And this doesn't actually really follow my sloppy, steamy, and sexy creed, but it is a little tribute to another music video. And my animal is owl.
Oh, Miss Jackson.
You know it, man.
Oh yeah, nice.
You know it.
Nice.
My favorite music video growing up was Miss Jackson with all the animals. The owl is actually spitting lines over Andre 3000's shoulder, and I thought it'd be a fitting tribute to the director of that music video and my childhood. So I'm having a spit an owl.
I listen. I gotta again. We're trying not to do too much research for these shows, just because it's not as interesting. This show to prepare for was by far one of the most enjoyable. I got down the biggest YouTube hole last night until a very late hour because I was like could not stop watching. And one of them was Miss Jackson, and the owl absolutely makes that music video. It's got the dog. It's a great music video. Owl was on my list because I think it was so well featured. I will say it doesn't go. I mean, there's my nice part of it. It does not go with your theme thus far, but that's we could get there. But it's there's definitely steamier, sexier animals than an owl. That's all I'll say.
And I was willing to take that one bit of criticism. I kind of knew that was coming.
Fair enough. All right, Adam. You just gonna let Owl go, or are you gonna take a shot here?
Wasn't even on my radar. Like, let's be honest here. What are you doing with the owl in the video? I don't know, but yeah, I guess it's fine. I don't see how it links up with tequila. Might be a bit of a chemistry issue here, but well, I'll wait and see. I'll reserve judgment.
What does Drake have? What's his liquor? Does he have vodka?
I don't know what type of. He has like a clothing line.
Which is OVO, which is an owl. I thought he like owned a share in a company that makes alcohol.
Anyways, probably has something. Yeah.
But anyways,
you go two.
Whiskey?
There's two tributes right there.
Yeah, there you go.
With the owl.
Well, chat's telling me whiskey. Yeah, okay. So we got a drunken tequila owl to start out of Dozer here. So I got the next pick. I gotta say I don't know. There were some I thought were gonna go. I am gonna have to go with the King of the Jungle, and I'm gonna have to go with the lion. All right, so it's elegant, it's scary, it's powerful, it owns whatever space it's in. I mean, it's literally the King of the Jungle for a reason. Again, I'm going somewhere with this, so you gotta give me a minute. But a lion's been featured in Michael Jackson's Black or White video. It's been featured in Britney Spears' Circus video. So it's been. I'll get that lion. He's got some camera time. He knows what he's doing, and I think right now what I'm going. You pair the martini with the lion, and we're going for sleek, elegant, classy, and that's I'm gonna go with the King of the Jungle with my selection.
Mr. We don't do research, and you already have a list of appearances by this particular lion.
To be fair, again, I'm not exaggerating. I probably watched like 2 or 3 hours of music videos. Just like there's some great channels out there that are like top, 100 music videos of the decade. And I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Anyways,
I'm almost positive I watched the same ones. One big question for you though.
Yeah, you were ready for this, weren't you?
I like the lion. It's like a power symbol. Like if your artist is just sitting there with the lion. I like that kind of like imagery you got going on there. Yeah. I see the vision. But lion versus tiger, what's your take there?
I can. Oh, I don't want to give away. I can't defend myself on this one. I agree. Say that again.
You're just gonna say pass for now?
Yeah, there's a reason I'm doing that over the tiger. Tiger is number 2 on my list in case lion was gone. And you know, people in chat are suggesting I should have just gone the middle ground and gone with a Liger, but we're not doing that. I think Lion is setting a specific tone in my video that I want, and I find them while tigers are better looking animals generally, I think the lion has a presence that the tiger does not. So yeah, you're right. I picture it with the good question, but with that, what are you gonna pick then?
All right, I'm gonna go maybe a little different. I'm gonna go with doves.
Oh. All right.
That was not on my list. That is not on my list.
I did not expect that.
No.
So there's so many scenes you can have, like maybe someone like walks out and all the doves like scurry off behind them. Like there's so much like things you can do. You can do like kind of like rebirth. You can do kind of like momentous like moments in the video. Maybe you like pop the champagne and doves scatter around behind you as well. I think like the kind of explosion factor with doves works pretty well. They're not going to be stationary. I'm going to use them for one scene. They're just going to start all together and then they're all going to be released at once. That's it.
Like you're getting out of the limo and the doves like
sure, yeah.
Or do you have a scene? You don't have to tell me. Don't give it away. But do you have a scene in mind that you're going to tell me later?
That scene works with champagne as well.
It does, 100%. That's what in my head. I'm like, You're getting out the limo with the champagne, and the doves come out, and you get out in like a white suit. You know, yeah. I could see that.
Maybe my artist like does a little spin, and as they like hit the stop on it, the doves move. Yeah, like
all right.
There's opportunities.
It's definitely got a factor I wasn't expecting, which is like, showmanship. Is that the word? Yeah, good, interesting choice. It was nowhere close to what I was thinking about, but chat seems to think that you have a legit vision going on. So I don't know. That's some positive support so far.
Dozer, any thoughts on the doves?
So okay, I like the doves. I still think it's a little safe. I've already seen this video before.
This is a copycat
Champagne,
video, Adam.
Doves. Is the famous prop going to be like a white suit or something? Like, I don't know. I feel like, is this going to be Backstreet Boys? I don't know what. I can kind of see where the direction's going.
I'm pretty sure Blink-182 has already parodied your music video based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that does.
It does sound like a Blink.
All the small things, they had champagne, and I'm pretty sure they had doves.
Yeah, doves.
These are like classic music video things. I'm just like taking them and like I'm trying to make a music video better. I've watched this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next category. What are you going to move into with the next part of your vision?
I'm going to go with famous prop, and I'm going to go with the wrecking ball from Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball.
That was why I wanted first overall pick. That's 100% why I wanted first overall.
I think you could put a guy on there. You could put a girl on there. It's equally as effective. It's like an iconic scene in a music video. She's like swinging through the walls and everything. You can put that anywhere, and it kind of makes sense.
I'm gonna fucking lose this because of a
maybe when she breaks through the wall, like the doves come up, a bottle of champagne gets popped. Like I have a vision here. I think I'm destroying this draft right now. I'm doing great. What do you guys think about the wrecking ball?
I mean, you took Dozer. Go ahead. Go ahead. I need a minute to
compose myself. I love it. Forget about all my criticism the last two picks. What a surprise. Me, I'm a very big closet Miley Cyrus fan, and that that just tugged on the heartstrings. I'd watch your video for sure. I'm liking it.
How does it do with the 3 S's that were judging?
You're definitely up in the sloppy, steamy, and sexy.
Well, hold on. Sure. Who's on the ball? Is it you or is it Miley Cyrus? Because that definitely changes things.
I'm in the director's chair here.
Okay.
I've got a vision. I'm not gonna. Well, I'll probably get in the bowl once, but I won't
just
put
for
it
fun. Just again with the whole method directing thing. Dozer does the tequila. You swing on the ball. Just to put yourself in the shoes. Okay. Oh. I thought that was a clear first overall pick. I had that on my list. It's the only of the 6 categories. It's the only one that I wanted to pick right away, and unfortunately I got second, so I couldn't do it. I think it was a great one. In terms of like everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. It carries its own like scene. I think it's a great pick. I have no criticism just because I wanted it desperately. So good selection.
Thank you, Timmy. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I have 3 options after this that I don't love any of them, but in terms of, I guess, if we're keeping my vision of what I'm gonna go with next, I am gonna have to go with. Oh God, it's between 2. I'm gonna have to go with Kanye's Shutter Shades, and again, we got the class factor. I'm not saying that Shutter Shades are classy, but you gotta have the swag to pull them off, which my video characters will for sure. And that's not me. I do not have that, although I have worn Shutter Shades. But
it was Halloween first.
It was
year,
Halloween first year. Yes, I think the Shutter Shades. Everybody knows the Stronger music video. It's not an award-winning, but you talk about the Shutter Shades. You know what video it's from. It's not, it's iconic in that sense. You know exactly what we're talking about. I think that who I am going to get to perform this video will be able to pull the shades off extremely well. I think it brings that, as much as I wanted Wrecking Ball in my head, I was like, it doesn't really fit in with my Lion and Martini theme. I think the Shutter Shades bring the swag, they bring the class, and it's, when applied to the right people, I think you're going to see it's going to turn out to be sexy and maybe steamy, I don't know, but not sloppy.
Definitely difficult to pull off the Wrecking Ball with like the classic martini glass. Probably not a good combo. So
that's true. Thank you.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. Dozer, thoughts on the Shutter Shades?
Like you said, iconic. Kanye, an absolute giant, especially when it comes to music videos. That's a pick I respect. You're getting the 3 S's in there, I think, too. That's a good pick. I'm starting to see the vision.
All right. Appreciate it. And what are you going to follow that up with?
All right. This was a last minute pick for Famous Prop. I had something in mind, but given what's been hitting the media the past few days, I had to switch it up. I'm going with Lil Nas X's Satanic Nikes. Now,
okay.
Some of our listeners may not know what's happening, but Lil Nas X just released a very controversial video for his song Montero. Have you 2 seen this?
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, okay. So it might fall a little flat, but before people vote, check out the video. So essentially, Lil Nas has this really controversial video where he essentially falls from heaven down into hell on a stripper pole. He gives the devil a lap dance, and the devil's wearing these satanic Nikes, and Nike is in uproar because, and everyone's saying that Nike promotes satanic worshipers.
Interesting.
And he actually has real blood in the shoes. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of this. Like, it's blowing up. This is falling a little flat.
No, that's I mean, Nike's got a lot of negatives going on for it. Did he ask Nike? Did he get clearance?
No, he didn't. No, and they're actually suing. They're suing everyone involved. People are blaming Lil Nas that their kids are gonna, start worshiping Satan and wanting to give people lap dances, all this stuff. So because of the buzz and because of how steamy it is, especially the video, I had to go for it.
Interesting.
I strongly urge everyone to watch the video.
It's kind of like a fun, the devil wears Nikes. That's kind of like a interesting marketing campaign.
Nice.
Maybe signed by Adidas. I don't know.
Yeah, and if it's not relevant now, in a week, the listeners will know for sure.
All right. One thing I'm surprised about right here is no one took the Michael Jackson Thriller jacket.
No, I didn't have it. I had. We can get into this in the after show, but I had a couple other choices. Thriller jacket's not on there. I don't know. I mean, it's good, but it's vision dependent, right? We have to get to the end of the show, and I think we're going long on time here, and especially because I'm gonna want a solid minute to tie everything together at the end, so we'll pick it up a bit. But yeah, no, good selection. I think that's I'm surprised that it didn't go didn't go. But I honestly, I don't know. There's a lot out there, and I spent a lot of time working. This one was a hard one for sure, outside of the wrecking ball for me. Dozer, you have you got the next choice here. So what are you going to roll with for round number 4?
All right, so I'm going cameo, and I'm going pulp culture relevance in the past year or two. Going controversial as well, and of course sticking with sloppy, steamy, sexy. Cameo. Alec Baldwin as Trump, dressed like the devil.
Okay, that is way more specific than I thought of it. But that. If you had said that before the shoe selection, I would have been really confused.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be tough to fit in the graphic, but go ahead.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Is it starting to come together a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Tequila. Little Nas Satanic Nikes. Once you guys look that up, it'll make even more sense. And Alec Baldwin as Trump. Could you pick a better cameo of late? Like, how many times have you seen him playing that and showing up?
He's been his career has been like 80% SNL / other appearances, and then 20% like interviews. So he's crushing it. I mean, yeah, full stop. He's fantastic at it for sure.
Exactly, and you got Trump dressed like picture it like a sexy devil.
Okay. I can't picture Trump as a sexy devil, but I would agree that Trump as the devil right now would be very topical for sure. So interesting selection.
Yeah,
Adam,
that's a good pick. I think that's like fine. That's hyper specific compared to mine, but it's good. It's good. It's something people don't think of, and that's like what I think of Alec Baldwin as Trump when I think of Alec Baldwin now. So I think he did a great job, and I think you're capitalizing on that. So I think that's a good pick.
All right, it's over to me. This one's hard. Everything is so tough when you go in different orders. Like, I had an order in my head. I'm like, if I do this and we do this and we do this, it will all make sense. So, to recap, I have Shutter Shades, I have Martinis, and I have Lions. With my cameo, am going with Queen Elizabeth II.
What?
Yeah. We're getting into royalty here. We got the king of the jungle. Now we got the queen, the longest reigning queen in UK history. We got, we're shifting obviously a little bit toward the British vibe here, where can you picture the queen in Shutter Shades with a martini and her hand over a lion? I'm talking, this is a fire, right? Like, this is something you've never seen before, and we'll throw some stuff in there after, but that's at this point where we're at here. So I don't know. I mean, I'll let you. Good luck criticizing the queen. That's all I'm saying.
Dozer, you can go first on this one.
It's really starting to come together. I appreciate the history. I'm a history major. I like how you did your research there. I think you beat me out even on my pick. I like it. You're organized here, Timmy. I like it a lot.
It's tough being second because I'm like reacting to what you guys are doing. But yeah, no, I thought, hey, cameo's tough because you're like, I like that you picked a cameo that wasn't just the actor, just like Alec Baldwin. You know what I mean? Like that, which like in my head, I didn't think about the creativity aspect of like turning somebody into something else. Which makes a lot more sense because there's a lot of people that have done cameos. Let's pick somebody that could do, like, we're assuming it would work out well and stuff. But I just thought, let's take something that's atypical in terms of like not your standard celebrity and throw them in there. Anyways,
and it's relevant too with all the controversy.
There you go, Adam. You're silent over there.
It's garbage pick. It's terrible. Like, have you ever watched a music video and been like, you know what this needs? Queen Elizabeth II. I just don't see why she needs to be in a music video. That's just my thing. But I kind of get your vision here. But I think maybe a prince would be better than that. Maybe a princess like Megan would be a better fit here.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's your music video. You can do whatever you want with it. So
Okay, wow. I'm glad that I have your permission. I appreciate that. And what will you be selecting, sir?
All right. I think I need someone for the wrecking ball, and I want it steamy. I want it sexy, and so I need.
You didn't think of steamy or sexy until right now, but yeah, go ahead.
I just need someone to be placed on the wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think champagne, doves, wrecking ball, need a little bit of sex appeal. I think I'm going to put Danny DeVito on the wrecking ball. So Frank Reynolds, of course. Yeah, so he's not afraid to get naked and kind of do a Miley Cyrus interpretation of it. I think he'd be great on it. He'd have a great time.
Are you reading off talking points for Danny DeVito, by the way? I meant to...
No, I'm just looking at them.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Oh, yeah, I think it would add a little bit of comedy to my music video. Some of them are way too serious, and it's like if it doesn't have to be like that artistic, it can be kind of funny too. And I think One Direction already did it, adding Danny DeVito to a video, made a good music video. So I think also I did research. I'm not afraid to admit it, but I think adding Danny DeVito here is good. You know, maybe he drinks some champagne, maybe some doves fly behind him.
Yeah, Chad brings up a good point. Is he Frank Reynolds, or is he the stripper in Friends where he's crying over the fact that he's being rejected? Because those are two very different vibes.
Absolutely. I agree.
Okay.
He's a wild card. He's literally a wild card because he hangs out.
Yeah.
Charlie Day.
Yeah.
If we're going like character, I'd probably choose the stripper from Friends. I did say Frank Reynolds originally, but I'll go stripper from Friends.
Why would you want the stripper from Friends? Is like
I go Frank Reynolds. Yeah.
I go Frank Reynolds.
You have to understand my vision here. So
okay.
But I was totally on board with your vision, and now I'm like
the stripper from Friends is like 10 years before Frank Reynolds, and he's already all right. Anyways,
I'm just sprinkling in a little comedy.
We got doves, we got champagne, we got a ball, and we got Danny DeVito.
We have the wrecking ball and Danny DeVito on the wrecking ball.
I'm not. Hey, we'll see what it wraps up with. All right, so after Danny DeVito, what are you taking?
All right, so song is the 6th round, so I have to go location or set here, and I'm going to go the beach. Nothing fancy.
Just a beach? Any particular beach?
The beach. I'm just going to go with the beach. So a lot of great music videos on the beach. I can have the wrecking ball there. I can have a lot of scenes in the water, outside of the water, sunsets. I get a lot with the beach. I think it's a good flex pick here. Maybe I should have gone more specific, and I chose the beach early on in my decision making, and now it doesn't make as much sense, but I'm good with the beach. I'm going to take the beach.
Okay, question number 1.
Yeah.
What are you hanging the wrecking ball on?
That was exactly my thoughts.
We can build something at the beach.
It's not very authentic.
We can build that room there, yeah. It's like a swing on the beach.
So it's not a beach. No. A swing on the beach you hang from a big palm tree because it doesn't support a 4,000-pound ball of concrete. It supports a person.
It wasn't 4,000 pounds.
A giant ball of concrete you don't think is like a ton or 2 tons.
I'm talking Miley Cyrus's wrecking ball.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're right. I don't know if it was real. I didn't sit on it. I don't know if it was real. However, if you're talking about pulling me out of the vibe and the atmosphere, if I'm on a beach and I see a wrecking ball, I'm like, what are you knocking down? It's just trees and sand. There's no buildings here. What is your purpose?
We can have that as like a scene in the video, like the wrecking ball scene, and then we have the beach scene. It's kind of like it all works.
No. Whoa. Wait. So where's the wrecking ball scene? Now you want 2 sets?
Well, we can place it on the beach. That's fine.
Yeah, but why is it on the beach?
For artistic.
Are you just knocking over nature? What is it there for? It's not breaking anything. It's just you're just swinging around on a ball on the beach.
I'm building drywall around it, and then it breaks, and then you have the beach scene. So
I think this line of questioning kind of proves that Adam peaked at wrecking ball.
I think he did
things
too.
are starting to collapse a bit. You know, you weren't sure about Frank Reynolds or the Friend stripper. Now it's the beach. Like, I
think-
don't know.
Every single week, the fifth round just gets me.
No, I think I'm just mad that I didn't get Wrecking Ball, so I'm trying to make you feel. And because when I was thinking about Wrecking Ball and picking my set, I was like, well, that wouldn't make sense in that set. So I'm like, oh, let me apply this to somebody else. So I'm listen. I agree that. Okay, I don't want to build this for you, but you're right. The shot of like somebody. This could be stupid, but like somebody trapped in like a prison cell, and then the Wrecking Ball with Danny DeVito comes in and breaks the walls, and they like push out and they're on a beach, and it turns into a champagne party. Yeah, listen, and apparently as soon as the wall gets broken, the doves fly out. Yeah, okay, Perfect. All right. Sorry, I was being a little rude. I just want you to understand that it didn't fully line up, but you know.
I think Danny just the only bad pick so far, but
I don't think it was a bad pick. I think you need the comedic factor. I don't think it's a bad pick.
Isn't a Wrecking Ball like? Isn't it a construction machine? Like, isn't it equipment? You don't have to hang it from somewhere. So technically, you could just roll it out on the beach, cut it out of the scene, just from like a logistics perspective. Does it defense of Adam?
What does it hang on? Does it hang on a crane? I genuinely don't know what a Wrecking Ball is.
It's like a large crane, yeah.
So you have a crane on the beach.
Yeah, but it's like
I'm just thinking of like that. Yeah, I'm thinking of that Miley Cyrus scene where there's like the.
She was indoors though. She wasn't on a beach.
Put her on the beach then. Like that's
why is there a building that needs to be knocked down on the beach?
Anyways, I think we should
we should move on. This is taking a long time. Okay. On that note, well, I think people probably know what direction I'm going in here. I got martinis. I got the King of the Jungle. I got the Queen of UK. What was the other one that we did?
Shutter Shades.
Shutter Shades, of course. So I want something that has visual appeal, multiple settings within its walls, and allows for some creativity, some irony, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go with Buckingham Palace. So I didn't know if I had location first and person after, I may not have gone Buckingham into the Queen because I think it's an easy transition, but because we had person first, I think Buckingham Palace is a great location for a music video. Obviously, it's got like incredible wealth and ornateness and beautiful things. It's got a lot of rooms. It's got a lot of settings. You got outdoors. You got indoors. You got on the grounds. You got in the thrones. You got all kinds of different locations to shoot from. It's topical, obviously, with what's going on, and the news about Meghan and everybody else. So I think it'd just be, I don't know, if you're looking for like multiple scenes within a building, it offers a lot of versatility while also being visually very appealing. So I'm gonna go with the home of the royals.
That's kind of like, yeah. Dozer.
You're right about different settings. You know, I'm sure you have the polo courts, the tennis courts, bedrooms, kitchens, lavish furniture. I think it goes well with the rest of your picks for sure. It's a strong finish.
Thank you.
Yeah, with Queen Elizabeth, I think you can have like one or the other, but you took both. That's fine. They definitely work together. Like, I don't think you need both of those things, but I'm excited to figure out what your song is. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
I listen. Second pick, you get boxed in, man. You get boxed in. I'm doing the best I can. Give me a freaking break. But okay.
Am I allowed to make a prediction for the Buckingham Palace song?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh.
I'm calling out. Okay, or maybe not.
No, go for it. It's fine.
I'm calling Spice Girls. But
interesting.
I'm calling Spice Girls.
Okay. So Dozer's got last pick on this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. All right. So for the setting of the sexy, sloppy, steamy Alec Baldwin as Trump, dressed like the devil video, we're going Capitol Hill. And in particular, of course, the domed United States Capitol building. All right? An iconic and beautiful location, in itself. But based on all the controversial happenings this year, I figured Capitol Hill transformed into a hellish-looking building with stripper poles and rioters and Donald or the Alec Baldwin cameo, right? Just like running through the halls singing the song that I'm gonna pick. Of course, it's controversial. It's a sloppy, dirty music video, but it also could be a commentary on the state of the United States when Trump was in power. So there's some thought-provoking art direction there.
Where's the owl sit? Just like
The
chilling.
owl is flying different areas, kind of following Trump, spitting out lines, stuff like that. That's my vision, at least. And it'd be a really evil-looking owl.
Fair.
This is quite a political music video.
He's making a statement. He's making a statement.
Those are the best kinds. Those are the best kinds. The ones that make you think, but also shock you.
Yeah, and
it might be considered safe. I don't know, but what do you guys think?
I don't think it's safe at all. I think it makes sense. Kind of like you kind of had a transition from Satanic Nikes, Alec Baldwin as the Trump dressed as the devil to Capitol Hill. So you kind of have like a storyline going. A lot of consistency. No Danny DeVito's in there. The tequila, I don't necessarily know where it fits, but you need a drink in the video, so you took a drink for the video. And I think tequila sometimes makes people do crazy things. So maybe this is on the right track here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And you know that some of the rioters that day definitely had tequila in their backpacks. There's no way they didn't.
Yeah, it's always terrible when you have one too many and then you incite a riot. It's
exactly
happens to all of us.
And by the way, my views, comments, and basic lack of intelligence do not represent Drafts and Drafts podcast in any way. That's the listeners.
Oh, we have an interesting question from chat saying, please, they want to know how Capitol Hill is steamy, sexy, or sloppy.
Sloppy. Well, it's more about what's happening inside of it, but also remember I said sexy, like flaming stripper poles. It's going to be like a hellish Capitol building, because kind of that represents Trump's time in office.
Okay.
And just the overall
sloppy's good. That's interesting. I never thought about that. That's kind of funny.
The overall state of the whole thing. Not to make light of it, but it's just a commentary.
No, that's what you got to go for, I guess, in any kind of like political, like, and you're not, you're tongue in cheek. There's subtlety. I get that. I like it. It's interesting. So
what?
Go ahead.
What song are you going with here?
Oh, are we ready to do songs?
Are you ready, Timmy?
Oh, well, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I got it. I'm ready to go.
Do you potentially want predictions on people's songs?
I would say that, but I don't want to ruin. I want to let people say what they're gonna do. Okay.
All right. So, many of you are gonna know this one, and I definitely think it's pop. In case this creates controversy, but I'm going with the musician, star running back of the Mean Machine, Longest Yard, wearer of Air Force Ones, Band-Aid on his face, Nelly, Hot in Here.
What? Wait. Okay.
What?
Take me through this.
What?
I want to pull.
I agree.
It is. But pull this all together here. Pull this all together.
Picture Alec Baldwin as Trump, dressed like the devil.
Picture Alec Baldwin as Trump,
dressed like the devil. Just gross devil outfit. Running through the halls of the Capitol. There's rioters all around him, drinking tequila, trashing the place. And Hot in Here is going on. And once again, the state of the United States. It's getting hot in here, people. Things are happening. Right? No? Sweaty, steamy. I knew this would agree.
Adding political commentary to Nelly Hot in Here is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
It's genius.
It's good, and I think if you remade it, maybe Nelly feels the same way. But
I've already sent it to him.
you pitched this,
first question: is it kind of like Eminem around that time kind of made a bunch of music videos where he kind of was like parroting people?
Exactly.
So it's kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
parodies, creating a buzz, controversial, but still, making people think a bit.
Interesting. And so, is
And I
there
love that song.
is there a verse? Is there a verse that the owl spits out? Like, is he like, does he take over Nelly's lines for like a verse? Like, how does this?
For sure, or he could be doing like that so hot, like you know what I mean, like the high stuff.
That's way better. He's definitely doing
He's like
that.
it's an owl, he's screeching like so hot, I think that's what I'm thinking.
Nice. Okay. All right. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I'm not gonna lie. And I can hear Katy laughing from upstairs. So that went over well. That's good.
And that's
really good.
That's what
really
I'm going
good.
for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going.
You told me, yeah, you said steamy, you said sexy, hot, and here's both of those. So that's good. I like it. Okay. Good choice. Okay.
Just imagining the owl. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. If he's just chilling in the back, yeah, that is a good one. Okay. I am gonna tie this all together. So I got, and this kind of went in different directions here, but so we got the martini, we got the shutter shades, we got the lion, we got the queen, we got Buckingham Palace, and my song is gonna be Bye 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 by NSYNC. And I'm not commenting on who's right and who's wrong and where this stands, but in the whole drama of how things have played down, my music video is the Queen making a subtle, not that subtle, bye 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 to Meghan and Harry. And I think it would be a fire video that would take off if we had that scene played out with the Queen with the shutter shades and the martini and the lion waving bye to Meghan Markle. I think it would play real well. So I'm going to go with Bye 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 by NSYNC.
I think they get along pretty well, so I'm not sure about this, but yeah, that's another like commentary video. I wasn't even like thinking about that. Wow. Dozer, any thoughts on this?
Speaking of inciting riots, man, you would create a civil war with that video in Great Britain. Like, holy cow. I love it.
Hey,
that is awesome.
No commentary on who's right and who's wrong. I'm just saying we're trying to get views, right? We're trying to get the 9-digit views. That's what I'm going for here.
Shock factor, making people think. I dig it.
It's almost like a diss track from the Queen and featuring NSYNC.
It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
Is anyone from NSYNC British?
No.
But
I wanted, I didn't. You're right, because like I could have gone. I was thinking about going the Spice Girls route, but then it's just kind of like too laid out and plain. I wanted to put a little edge on it, so put a little twist on it, and I love that song. So yeah,
I think you made a good choice. If you went Spice Girls, it would have been like Spice World 2, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It would have just been like remaking their existing. Yeah. Adam,
my doesn't have any commentary.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to.
Okay, so I got Danny DeVito coming in on a wrecking ball, breaking a wall, and as he breaks it on the beach, we got champagne popping, we have doves moving, and we have Enrique Iglesias saying, "I can be your hero, baby."
Oh my God.
I'm going Hero by Enrique Iglesias. I just think the music video for that, it featured Jennifer Love Hewitt. Wasn't a great music video. They like go and get married and they get beat up outside.
Isn't that when they like collapse in the streets and he's like bruised and
he like gets beat up for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't need that. Why don't we just put Danny DeVito on Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball, and that's probably a better video.
Yeah.
And so not only do we get Enrique Iglesias, we don't get Club Enrique Iglesias. We get sad Enrique Iglesias. Possibly some rain happening, unbuttoned white shirt. He's like soaking wet with his classic sad face. Sad Enrique Iglesias, Hero. I like it. And then when the song kind of like climaxes, you have champagne, you have doves, you have the Wrecking Ball and Danny DeVito. So
okay, what are they? Champagne's like celebratory. What are they celebrating?
That he's the hero.
Like Danny DeVito is?
He's being the hero. Yeah, it's basically Enrique singing about this couple, and
But
Danny DeVito's
you haven't created any like thematic conflict that is resolved by the hero.
This is true. Yeah, I just wanted Danny DeVito.
I know.
What's the wall they're breaking through? Is it
Yeah.
like a public bathroom that everyone wants torn down or something? Like, what's he the hero of?
See,
I don't have like a message. It's just like a general theme. I didn't.
what
realize
you should have done is imagine somebody trapped and Danny DeVito comes in and breaks and lets them escape, and then he's singing "I Can Be Your Hero," and they're like, you know.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
No, you can't take that. I can't take that. Okay, all right. I can't say I would have guessed either of your songs. That is for damn sure. I was not expecting "Hot in Here" or "Hero," but both fire hits in Hero was what, like 2000, early 2000s.
I didn't check the date.
"Hot in Her" was also
I think it was
like 2000.
I think it was
2 or 3. Anyways, good choices. Okay. We're running up just over an hour here, so we're gonna wrap things up relatively quickly. So let's summarize the draft picks and then get into the beers. So Adam, why don't you take us through your picks, and then we'll go to Dozer, and then I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, so I had champagne for my drink, doves for my animal. I had wrecking ball for my famous prop, Danny DeVito for my cameo, beach for my location or setting, and then I had Hero by Enrique Iglesias as my song.
All right, Dozer, what do you got?
I had tequila for my drink. My location was Capitol Hill. My animal was an owl. My famous prop were Little Nas's satanic Nikes. Check that video out, everybody. And my cameo was Alec Baldwin as Trump, dressed like the devil. Sexy outfit. And my song was "Hot in Here" by the one and only Nelly.
Okay. Okay.
I know you want to see that music.
I want to see the sexy Trump outfit. That's what I want to see.
I just want to see the owl sing "So Hot."
Yeah, I think that literally might win you the vote, just that alone. All right, so I had a British theme going. So I had martini for my drink. I had Buckingham Palace as my set. I had Kanye's Shutter Shades as my prop. I had the King of the Jungle, the lion, as my animal. I had the Queen Elizabeth II as my cameo, and I had Bye 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 by NSYNC. All right, we had to maneuver. We had to make it work. It wasn't, if we had, listen, let's be real. If we all got to pick our picks, may not have looked how it looked, but we all had a vision. We'll see what the voters think. Before we get to that, so Dozer, how did you find your? I mean, number one, we'll get into how you liked your first draft. How'd you like your secondary draft of the evening?
Oh, for the beer.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this, actually. I forgot to read the message on the can, and it kind of relates to how I felt about it. Brace yourself for relentless tropical fruit aromas, paired with a velvety smooth body that supports a refined, mild bitterness. That's exactly what I got. It's a perfect beer for summer, I think. With the warm weather we've been having, gets you ready to go.
Sounds like a perfect beer for Adam's beach and his wrecking ball. Just
exactly.
I don't know.
Danny DeVito.
Or a fiery Capitol Hill.
Or a fiery Capitol Hill. Yeah.
Mixing it with tequila. That'd be good too.
Yeah.
So.
Also, we got a question. How'd you like the Patron? How did that go down?
It's really smooth, actually.
Right.
I wish I could show you the bottle. I didn't buy the full bottle because, just not in the budget for this. I'm spending too much money on the music video, so I had to go with the Mickey of Patron. But
and we also
it was smooth.
We got a question from Tony. How many shots did you? You've done the one plus or minus 5 here?
I've only done the one, believe it or not.
He's only done the one.
Very unlike me.
Just wait for the after show, guys. It's gonna get lit.
Exactly.
All right, Adam, how was your triple hop? Well, 3 hop, not triple hop, 3 hopped IPA.
Common Space does great stuff, so it's great, and actually probably top 3 I've had throughout these 8 episodes. So would recommend Common Space if you're ever in Hawthorne, California. So.
Very nice. All right. My Roman Candle was delicious. I think I honestly drank it faster than I've had in previous, probably because I was comparing it to strawberry milkshake IPAs and others. Really good. Really enjoyed it. Would definitely have again. Will have again. And I am always a fan of Bellwood, so delicious. And Dozer, I don't know. Before we sign off, any shout outs? Anything you wanna mention before we head out?
I just want to let everyone know, after almost a decade of being unavailable, the butterscotch dipped cone is now available at Dairy Queen. All right, thank you guys.
Okay. All right.
We're always happy to give this platform for whatever message you want to share, and I think that's a necessary one to share.
That's
So.
as long as
everyone needs a little bit of happiness where they can get it, right?
Yeah. As long as it means something to you, that's all that matters to me. So that's good. Well, anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We really, really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you, if you have a Twitch account, make sure you follow the stream so you know when we're going live. Make sure you hit us up on Instagram at Drafts and Draft Podcast. We're going to be posting the poll with the summary of our picks. We're going to rely on your votes, and we always appreciate that. You can also find our previous shows on Spotify and other podcast platforms, as well as YouTube. All of those links are found on our Instagram page. And again, seriously, we love doing this. We love having you on. Thank you so much for watching. Dozer, you've been fantastic. Really, thank you so much for being on the show. And with that, the pick's been made. The keg has run dry. We will be back next week, next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be on momentarily for the after show. So thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
See you guys.